everybody, and welcome back. Here I am after a light bit of modding. Just took a moment. It definitely isn't more than 24 hours later, and I definitely didn't spend about 13 of those hours just trying to make some freaking windows larger. But anyway, the modding is done. I've also been persuaded by one of the developers to add the content expanded submod, which gives us a great big new mission tree. Now, don't panic. This screen looks awfully short. That's just because the picking tree mechanic of this mod means that I need to have my mod off while we pick a mission branch, because there are two options. So in the last episode, we did a few things. There are some relatively minor differences in how this mod works. So there's a content expanded mod, that is. These guys start as vassals, which is what I was going to do in the mission tree anyway. And we have a different starting event. We are the victors. Next time, open the gates immediately. So we are... Right, who did we loot? The imperial capital of Anbennar. So I thought the imperial capital was like here, but clearly I'm wrong. And then... Where is this? Here. Okay, so this was the capital. Interesting. So these are the guys that are going to be deeply unhappy with us. Well, they have a lot of different minorities living in the capital. That's cool. Real kind of, you know, more Porkian style thing. Anyway, so we looted and pillaged to our heart's content. It said that even during the coronation, the city was still a victim to our greed. Marvelous. So we get some splendor, some prestige, and some money because we just won a big war. They really don't like us, and we lose 20 imperial authority. We will only be able to make his heir elected as Anbennarian Empire if we go down the imperial unity path. And it's 50 and 50 opinion rather than 20 and 40. So there's also a bunch of devastation, I believe, is one of the other changes this mod makes to reflect the fact that there's just been a great big war in this area. There are some other tweaks as well, but which I kind of won't find as I go because I won't know that they're tweaks, but that's okay. The mod seems cool and the mission trees seem cool. So let's pick a mission path, and then I will add my mod on. I'll show you the quick differences from that, and then we're off to the races. I'll redo the privileges right now. Okay, so that's done. I've redone the spells. Did we use the Magister's magic last time? Did we actually do something? I forget. Did we actually do something? We have more money this time, so I think I am going to go with straight up quick magical feast. 10 years, Diplo rep, and improve relations. Internal dissidence. Yeah, this seems good. So let's get that going so we can do our early improving relations. But now, so yes, we're going to pick the second mission branch. So I'll pick it, reload with my mod, and then we can take a look at the mission tree. Basically, this is the Unify the Empire path, and this is the, like, the kind of Prussian gameplay. Use the fact that you normally do in vanilla. Use the fact that you're the emperor to destroy the empire. But we're going to go with the second one. So I will choose the Imperial Unity branch, Wex and the Empire. Lothane sits in his throne room deep in thought, contemplating the future of Wex. It's been 21 years since he was first elected emperor and defeated the... What? After 2 decades. Oh, right. We must have been elected at the start of the war, I guess. We're still questioned. The weights of these challenges weigh heavily upon him. We get questioned electorship removed, and we get questioned emperorship until the death of us. Okay, so it goes away as a permanent modifier on the country and becomes a modifier on just us. Oh, we're an intricate web weaver this time. Interesting. Also, I didn't pick the guy. Who did we pick? Was it Dame? Was it Dame because it matched with our scholar? But we're not a scholar this time. We're an intricate web weaver. So maybe we should pick something else. I think the Diplo rep and Diplo relations would be useful while we're just early trying to secure the empire. So let's go with Relia. Castilios' virginal daughter. Relia is the goddess of true love, beauty, courtship, and chastity. What? It said that Relia's avatar is responsible for most wars caused by love in history. Brilliant. Seems like a good person to help us convince the world that we're the rightful emperor. Yeah, so we get all these debuffs. Reasons to elect minus 200. Oh my goodness. Starts with a ruler modifier that will render the process be elected quite harder. This modifier will carry over to the next rulers indefinitely. You have access to 10 missions that help you improve this modifier. As long as you're not a general... Oh, crap. He will not die until 1360. So I probably should have made him a general, huh? When made a general, he'll have a grace period of 5 years before being able to die. Weigh risks and gains of using him as a war mage on the field. Wex must rule. We will make it so. So, we reload. There we go. Cool. So we'll take a look at the mission tree in just a second, but first let me just show off my mod a little bit. So there might be problems. The mod's available on the workshop. By the time this video goes up, I no doubt will have changed it and improved it. But yes, it's up on the workshop right now. You can search my name, or you can search 1440p Anbennar submod. So the macro builder is much bigger on all of these. Obviously on some screens like buildings it doesn't matter, but the background image has to be the same on all screens, which is why it's still there. But for things like states, once you have a lot of states, this is going to be useful. And for things like offering alliance, having a bigger screen is very nice and useful. Same for looking at mercenaries, and once you get a lot of army templates and stuff, quite pleased with that. Then I also did the diplomacy screen. You might notice that it's the Mayo and Taxes diplomacy screen. Is my face okay here? Probably is, right? Although you don't necessarily need to see what map mode we're on. Maybe I will put myself over here. That seems good. But yeah, so diplomacy screen. When talking to other people, now we can have... There is still a scroll bar, which, you know, I do hate. There's too many things in this list. Don't know why they put all the covert actions in here. Very annoying. I liked it when they were in separate, had separate buttons. But anyway, we have a much larger diplomacy screen, which obviously looks a bit silly on the left when no one has any relations. But when you have relations, it looks good, and it means you have to do far less scrolling in order to access everything on here. And yeah, it's the Mayo and Taxes screen. I switched corruption and cultures. Obviously whether they're human or not has been added. I also removed the crossbar because I think it just looks better. But yeah, there we go. That was with permission from Mayo and Taxes team, by the way, in case any of you were worrying on their behalf. That's about it. Yeah, mission tree. Oh yeah, and the vassals. I made the vassals tree huge, which will be good if we do a kind of, you know, vassal swarm run, which we may. Cool. Let's get going, shall we? Where were we? Right, mission tree. So, employ some advisors and viciously mock Bissan. Who the heck is Bissan? Bissan is this guy down to the south. Hello, Bissan. Why should I mock you? I was securing his position as Anbennar Empire by vanquishing the Pretender. I love that they call him a Pretender, even though he was like the son of the previous emperor. Anyway, now face the task of determining the future of the Grand Duchy, surrounded by disgruntled enemies on all sides. So we get a claim on their land, permanent claim, if we mock them. And then if we make the Magisterium like us, we can get improve the questioned emperor reputation. Nice. Makes the penalties less bad, rather. Rebuilding this place. If we give them a gift, we can improve it as well. Are you an elector, I assume? Assume that's why. Ah, F4 is the shortcut for this. Nice. Let's have a look here. They're not an elector. Okay, a Stalin. Why do you matter, a Stalin? Stalin has been devastated by the Light Wars. Amidst this devastation, an opportunity arises to strengthen our bonds. We have to give them a gift and have them like us by at least 200. And we get some trust. They get a textile manufactory. Interesting. Okay, so an early friendship with them seems good. Let's go for that. Right, rivals. Did the same people rival us? They added a rivals map mode recently, right? And by recently, it was probably years ago. Looks like the same people rival us. I'll rival the same people then. No problemo. Those might be set for all I know. Cool. And we may as well start embargoing them. Okie dokie. I'm pausing. Ah, no, hang on. Don't want to sell titles. Don't want to get rid of that. I do probably want to employ... It looks like our economy is in a better state than it was last time. Ah, yes, because we're not overextended and hence putting loads of money into rooting out corruption. So let's get some advisors. We're making 3 ducats, so probably just level 1. Advisors for now is fine. Power cost down, national unrest, doesn't matter. Oh, actually, there is still some... These must have been our conquests in the war. They are Aranese, as opposed to our good Wexund chaps. Oh, they're new. I don't think they were there. Interesting. What are you? You're a pack. Demonic Shaman. Pack. Interesting. Does that fit there? I think that's... It's okay that these names are in slightly different places. This is a function of my mod, because I moved these things around. But yeah, I think that looks okay to me. They are the Unifier Marsh Stalker. God, that seems That seems bad. We'll keep an eye on them. Oh, and this is their... Interesting. They're like the gnomes with a tribal, with like tribal lands from EU4. I've never actually played with the tribal lands in vanilla EU4. So I'm guessing you are going to be our bulwark. Oh, I need to fix the need to fix the next election thing. Ideally, hang on. Nah, not perfect, but that works. Next election now fits within the box. Nice. There's another person with elections over here. Does it still fit? Yeah, that works. That works. Okay. Close that. Enough submodding. More gaming. Advisors. So, yeah, I think power costs probably. I mean, I don't want to fight rebels here, but 2 is not going to be enough to stop it, probably. Plus this guy is Wexond. I assume I can get some bonuses for that. I'll go with this guy, Aranese. Maybe we can get... This is Aranese land, isn't it? Is this Aranese? No, East Damarian. Where's my culture map mode? It's gone. Probably under here somewhere. There they are. East Daranese. So we're really a bit of an outsider in the Empire. There's the Anbennarians. I wonder if there's a mission that can let us like integrate our culture into broader Anbennarian culture. Otherwise, we're going to have some problems. We'll see. But yeah, power cost down is very tasty. Diplo-Rep or improve relations? Improve relations, I think, probably. It's a bit more of a short-term play. Improve relations will be better for the actual election, but I think improving relations, limited diplomats early on, it's going to be useful. Then it's got to be manpower, I think, right? Because of all of this questioned electorship stuff. Morale of armies is obviously really good, but I think I'm going to go manpower. Cool. So we can immediately get Lilac Wars Bombards for 100 quid, because during the Lilac Wars, experimental bombards showcase their exceptional effectiveness on siege weapons, shattering the importance of fortifications. By securing these powerful but rare artillery pieces, the most skilled manufacturers harness their advanced capabilities. So we don't start with any cannon. Cool. And they aren't normally unlocked until when? Tech 7! Bloomin' heck. That's probably vanilla. I'm almost certain it's vanilla, actually. If Telgar and Rubyhold have 150 opinion of us, we also gain... We get 2 more cannons. Okay, so we shouldn't do this right away. Telgar. Up here. So why Telgar? Are they halfling? No, they're humans. So Telgar, what makes you so important? Why are you good at making cannons? They were on our side in the war, I presume? Yes, so they do like us. What do we need? 150 opinion? Yeah, and Rubyhold. Sounds like a dwarf to me. Yep. I really like the dwarven layout, by the way. They have these kind of little square holds, which are proper dwarven holds. It's a very cool idea. And there are some... They are owned by a non-subterranean race. What? No, they're not. They're dwarves. I assume that will get removed. This hold requires an underground race to dig deep and function properly. It requires a non-oppressed kobold, dwarf, or goblin majority. Maybe they're dwarves, but they're not... Like, the ruling class is dwarves, but the people aren't dwarves? Interesting. There's dig level of 2. That's really cool. I'm looking forward to playing as dwarves. Anyway, we won't worry about that. Could be a bug. Could be my fault. Who knows? Did you fight on my side in the wars? They did, but they are a different religion because they follow the Dwarven Pantheon. Makes sense. Okay, so we'll try and improve relations with them. Then we'll get our cannons. And yeah, I'm a ruler. I'm going to put myself in charge. I'm going to create... worse than last time on the consort. And the consort stats are worse. And I think our kids' stats are worse. I could be wrong. Tempted to disinherit them. We're not going to die for 5 years, which gives us relatively good odds to get a new heir. Got the fertile daughter, CK2, wife. But we have done the magic scrying thing, which gives a training thing, which gives us less chance of an heir. There might be events associated with this guy, but his stats are so bad. Let's let him come of age. If he's naturally a powerful mage, we'll keep him. If not, we're going to try and do some conception rituals, I think. Seems like a good idea. Okay, yeah, unpause. Let's get this party started. So we're going to do all the normal stuff. Don't worry about the lag just as it starts, by the way. It's just the normal kind of, setup stuff. Let's get our embargoes issued. Let's get some alliances. An alliance with the Magisterium seems advantageous, so we'll work towards that. How many Diplo slots do I have? Oh yes, one difference. I have strong duchies this time, because we have a bunch of vassals, which means it unlocked. So we put strong duchies in, so we have more Diplo slots available. 9. Lothrain's diplomatic skill, +3. Ah. That's not vanilla, is it? Interesting. That makes sense. That's cool. I like it. By not vanilla, I mean, I think that's not vanilla. Anbennar. I can say the name of the thing I'm playing, I swear. So these guys don't like us. We should improve relations with them, but I'm kind of busy. Who am I improving relations with? You. So I can get this. We may as well do that insult. Before these guys get too many alliances. They already kind of have. Does it have to be a vicious insult? Viciously mocked. Yes. Cast. Ooh, cast vicious mockery. Okay. Cost 5 prestige. Yeah. There we go. Which means now Lothrain's. I'm going to decide how I'm pronouncing this. Lothain's ambition is completed. So there are claims. And because there are 10 people who are currently part of the EOA, Empire of Anbennar, have opinion of 75, and... No, sorry, all known countries. At least 10 of all known countries are not subjects, are part of the Empire, have opinion of at least 75, and were on our side. Cool. So we get 10 prestige, assured loyalty of the Rose Party. This is good. This is a quick way to visualize who the heck was in the Rose Party. It's those people that are... Well, there's more than that, though, so... Right, sorry. After that brief pause, where was I? Yeah, strengthening the Rose ties. So this I don't think is everyone who was on our side. A better way to see who was on our side, I guess, is the opinion map mode. So, yeah, this guy was... It looks like the Rose Party was... Oh, interesting. Wextown was actually a fellow Rose Party member, despite the fact that they immediately rivaled us. Interesting. Rose Party enemy. Oh, they're both called Rose Parties. I thought the... Oh, it's the Wars of the Roses. How did I not realize this? That's really funny. But I guess this could be considered a midpoint in the Wars of the Roses. Maybe we're the... Maybe we're still the Yorkists. Of course, I have to back Yorkists, being a fine Yorkshire man myself. Anyway, so this gives us 15 years of Diplo rep. Improves the penalty by 10%. So we're going to do this immediately, even though maybe holding on to that Diplo rep until we were more likely to die and therefore more likely to need it to get elected might be more prudent. But we're going to do it right away. So it improves our questioned status by 10%, which will help our manpower. Invite Inbavar. Where are they? I don't immediately see them. Oh, they're this guy. Well, I just rifled. Crap. That's unfortunate. They remove us as a rival. I need their opinion of a... Oh, no. Opinion modifier improved relations at least 100. Nice. They remove us as a rival. And they become part of the Empire. They get important. They get aid. Oh, it's interesting. So the Empire is open to the idea of having elves in it. By the way, this has updated. So humans are primary. Half elven is integrated. And elves have coexistence. So it's not all oppressed like it looked like in the last episode. We can also restructure the military. Racial military selection. A race can become a military if they're at least integrated. Or maybe they have to be integrated. That's the top tier. Represents 30% of total development, and you have 200 mil. So humans give us 5%, 5%, and then there's all these other ones that give lots of different modifiers. Cool. But we're obviously all human right now, so we don't have to worry about that. And then I can also do this. Increase tolerance by promoting cultures, completing tolerance ideas, taking the end purge peace option. Taking the end purge peace option. I guess that's something that, surely that's something that needs to be forced upon me. Racial events, enacting the expulsion policy, the purge policy, and racial events. Okay. So I can see them and they just tell me what's going on. They are racial and primary race. So if I wanted to click on halflings, okay. Halflings are a short, human-looking race known for their simple lives, jovial attitudes, and love of food. Love a hobbit. Originating from Sahal. Not sure where that is. Halflings have since made themselves a home in the small country and in many other places around the world. It literally has a shire. That's cool. So they're oppressed, unfortunately. We don't have a policy with them. I can't do these because I don't have enough admin. It was 50 admin rather than 25 for the science research, by the way. So I could enact this. We'll get racial focus halflings while it's active, giving the following effects. Nothing. You can enact one more focus policy without costing a diplomat. Oh, diplomats can be spent on race relations. Cool. Very cool. Tolerance of migration events will be more frequent, allowing you to change your tolerance more quickly and control population movements. Okay. Interesting. So when we integrate probably some elves or something, we'll want to focus on the elves to try and increase their tolerance level. I guess tolerance events can go both ways. I wonder if increasing tolerance is always harder than decreasing it. Don't know. Interesting. Interesting. The old imperial capital seems like something I should try and conquer. They have a thieves guild. Dope. Does this place still have... oh, it's human minority. Sorry, no, human majority primary. So do all our provinces now have this? Ah, yeah, okay. So all our provinces now have a human majority primary. Nice. That probably would have happened with or without the mod, I'm guessing. The submod, that is. I'm guessing it just, you know, just loads that on day one. Anyway, more rose electors. Ah, we can promise to give them an electorship. Interesting. So, do we have a spare electorship right now? I don't think so, right? No. Maybe if I promise them an elector, it'll give me the ability to remove it from someone else. Ah, corner moon electors. Interesting. I should read these, by the way. The elves have long been isolationist, took little interest, but the attitude has changed with their conversion to the regent court, as long as their participation in the Lilac War and their seizing of non-elven land. Invited the Empire pouring them political influence over all Anbennarian elves, as well as support against their Corians, which is who? These guys, and the orcs. So the orcs are, I don't think, on the map yet. Unless these pack... They're not a pack of orcs, though, are they? They're a pack of... gnolls. Are you orcs? No, you're goblins. Lots of goblins down here. Okay. Any orcs over here to the east, maybe? Are you orcs? Anyway. Well, Corvians kind of like us, though. So do I want to side with the elves? Moon Elven. It probably would be a good idea to have an elven... Just from a roleplay perspective, it seems like a good idea to have the elves on side, because there are elves throughout the Empire. And probably it might help us that way. Like maybe there's something later on, but... Moonhaven would hate us. I guess I don't necessarily need to think about all this ahead of time, do I? But it is interesting. So completed more rose electors... And then this means you have to have at least 10. You have to have a big army and have a spy network in Istralor and Moonhaven. Declare war in Moonhaven and Istralor to transfer their electorship to Anbennar and Kesteri. Okay. Allies of both enemy nations will be called in. And those guys will join our side. Interesting. Okay. And Moonhaven here, they are an elf realm. And Istralor is a duchy, both of whom opposed us in the war. I assume because they opposed us, they're unlikely to vote for us. No, just the normal relations. Interesting. And yeah, very bad odds of us being elected right now, and it's risky because we may well die. So, I mean, I hope that doesn't happen, or kind of really screw up the mission tree. I'm pretty sure if we died. All right, Protector of the South. One of the following must be true. Sugamber is not in a succession crisis. And they have 150 opinion of us. Or is an older ruler. Or they are in a succession crisis. Or our army is 200% size. And we have a spy network of 25. Oh, so if we do that, we get claims. If they get a succession crisis, we get a subjugation casus belli, which is pretty good. Subjugation is 75% aggressive expansion, I think, or maybe 50%. Very good, either way. Our heir will ruler will marry the legitimized daughter of the old duke. When the old duke dies, they'll be ruled by the Wexand Grand Duke through the consort or daughter-in-law, which I assume means PU. Okay, so improve relations with them. And then I guess there's nothing I can do about their succession crisis. We just have to hope it goes our way. So yeah, we'll just improve relations with them. And then see what we can do there. Maybe marrying them would cause it. Ah, interesting, because they're Wexand culture. Yeah. I mean, conquering them directly wouldn't be bad either. But I'd rather get them in a PU. And then restoring the peace. Once they're either a subject, and the succession is solved, or we own the lands, we can get, if we annex them, we get construction costs and devastation down. And if not, they will be annexed after 15 years at the cost of 3 admin power per development, up to 100 development, and 6 admin power for each above 100. And they get a post-war recovery. Cool. Nice. Which leads to the United Grand Duchy. Ah, because they're historically part of the Duchy of Wex. Cool. Right, punish the traitors. The Duchy of Bissan was the sole Wexand realm to openly side with the Moon Party. Proved to be a significant, costly error. Act of defiance against our will not be forgotten. Time has come for them to face repercussions. They pled not guilt. They are not guilty. The people are not guilty. We'll welcome them. Okay. If the privilege protected burials is granted, you get a stability. And if Nerat is your patron god, you get that for 30 years. Damn it, I should have gone Nerat, huh? Alternatively, you get 20% tax. Oh, tax. Okay, no, that's also really good. It's just for 10 less years. That's fine. Okay, dope. Well, war against them seems like a good way to start. The problem is they've allied to these guys. But maybe that won't matter because our ruler is just bonkers. Have you got a... No, I'm just checking who has a mage in charge. Who else are you allied to? Is that it? I thought you had another ally. Ah, this little guy. Little free city. Well, yeah, I mean, let's just do it, right? Let's just go to war straight away. I don't see a reason not to. I think we will probably be able to win even with the numbers against us, but we also have our subjects, remember. Although, are our subjects loyal? They are somewhat loyal. Relative economic power. We've got a lot of subjects for someone our size. Did I break it by making that appear? I think I might have. And that is in the wrong place. Okay. I should be able to fix that quite easily. This, it doesn't really matter, does it? I can probably fix that quite quickly. There we go. That seems like an okay place for it. Maybe I'll tweak it. And let me move it just a tiny bit further. Maybe like 60, 61 pixels. Yeah, that seems good. That seems good. Anyway. All right, I should turn off GUI bounds. So, let's get them all on supportive. And yeah, so these guys, they don't like us because despite being our ancient bodyguards, they are unhappy with us. Storied order with ancient oath. Their intentions have been questioned by the imperial court. They have sole authority to revoke their duties, banishing them as bodyguards. Perhaps it's time to sue them as they are budding praetorians and revoke their duties. So can I see, presumably their mission tree is in here. Yeah. So let's see. Does their mission tree make it sound like they're going to go against us? Workshops of War, Young Bloods of the Green Tide. I'm not going to read all of these, but... Redeem our name. All preparations of our return led to this. Scourge lies dead, the usurper. We return to a cold palace that questions our loyalty. We're beholden to an ancient oath given centuries, regardless of the supposed false neutrality of the magisterium, treachery of the safe-proclaimed legitimate West Ham traitors. We must serve with honor. Okay, so they will... They get a bunch of claims, and they get drawn blades. And it gets 20% morale for the first year of the war when it fights the Emperor's Wars. Interesting. Cut their purse. Surround the beast. Is that us? No, so they really do not like the Magisterium. That's interesting. Are they loyal? Do they seem loyal? Nothing here says, like, go against Wex in really obvious terms. So I think we'll be okay with this. We have no love, but we will not fight for him because we believe in him, but because it is our duty. We must prove ourselves able to make amends. Yeah, okay, so I think we'll keep them as a subject for now. It seems like they're going to be on side. Do I need to urgently improve relations with Estalin? I don't feel like I have the diplomats available to do so. So at the end of the month, I think I will come back from there. So yeah, I think I am going to declare war, even though we're badly outnumbered. We'll learn. We'll learn just how... In fact, hang on, we've got quite a lot of men. How good are our cavalry, by the way? They are twice as good in the shock phase, assuming they have similar pip counts. 3 pips. Zed is not back. Excuse me. Can I change that? This should be Zed. There we go. Good. You got 2 pips. You got 3. So yeah, they're a lot better in the shock phase. So yeah, we should probably go with some medieval knights. And we got presumably 50% cavalry ratio. Yeah. So we can probably afford it. Right? I think going with some calves seems good. Let's build 4. Let's build 6 regiments of imperial knights ahead of our invasion of the south. Seems good. And yeah, I need to come back from these guys, get my embargoing and insulting and stuff done. We should also take a look at the trade map mode. So what's the situation? There's the center here, Ahriman. Then there's this kind of central trade C, which is an end node. Yes. Any other end nodes around here? No, it looks like this is the end node. Nice. It's going to make our life easy. Cool. So, I mean, dominating this region and taking control of the end node seems good. Oh, one other thing that I think is from the submod, but I'm not certain. Unite the crowns of Wex and Laurent. The monarchies of Wex and Laurent have familial ties. Now that still Wex sits on the throne of Laurent, it's time to unite the crowns into a great empire, rivaling the old empires of Canor. So we have to have them in a PU in order to make this happen. So it doesn't seem likely, but that would be a cool way to kind of unite the two peninsulas here, I think. Right, yeah, embargoes, so I can't do anything to you till the 19th. You want an alliance. I assume this triggers... Like, this says, declares war on them with subjugation. So I assume that will happen even if we're allied. So I will accept that alliance, because you probably want this land. Yes, you do. Now, I'm not being a great steward of the empire, thinking about conquering land within it. But we need to get a bit stronger. Basically, I need access to outside the empire. Where's that going to be? In the south here? Yeah, they're humans. These guys are humans. These seem like 2 good early targets, just because they're outside the empire. I also want to try and set myself up as the bulwark against the Green Tide, which I'm still not sure, but I think it's going from the east. And then, I guess, aggression north against these guys, but we're just going to go with the missions for now. Okay, so, yeah, waiting until I can... I did rival you, didn't I? I probably shouldn't insult them, given that I plan to get them into the Empire soon. I already embargoed those, sorry. We'll send an insult then. Who are you rival to, by the way? Or who are your enemies? No one that's really helpful to us, so no reason to scornful insult. So we'll get that. Form of Arch Appleton. Has been Appleton, you must be a halfling. Yes, great name for a halfling. Halfling kingdom. All right, so in 2 months, it's off to war with us. So we could do with those cannons. Let's focus on that. Telga and Rubyhold. So, Telga, love me. So we're already at plus 150 relations on them, so we don't need that anymore. Hey, Rubyhold. Tell me the secrets of cannons. That looks a lot like Castile's flag. Now that I look at it. Less so, actually. It's kind of a cross between Castile's flag and... is it Moravia that has the eagle like that? No. Which one is it? Hang on. I thought it was Warclaw, but I can't find it. Anyway, doesn't matter. They want to ally me. No. They would be a good ally, but I think that's not good because we're going to help the elves take their land. And they seem like, because they're outside the Empire, they'd be low aggressive expansion for us to try and grow into. You know what we should do, in fact? We should set them as special interests, so hopefully our subject fabricates claims on them, assuming that's still how that works in this mod, which I think it is, because they really don't seem like they've changed many fundamental mechanics. It seems like they've just put more mechanics on top. Ages are different, but I mean, the mechanics aren't exactly different, I guess. The 10th Pantheonic Council, the rituals and forms. Interesting, by the way, the elves have adopted the Regent Court. What was the old elvish religion? Or did they used to be atheists? It'd be cool. Anyway, 10th Pantheonic religion. Sorry, council. Rituals and forms associated with the Pantheonic Council laid down in the centuries since the worship was first codified. Gathering of every deity's high priest. 7 days of discussion. None of these rules tend to be followed. Okay. Lothane was well rooted in the growing faith in her ascension. Well noted. Has well noted the growing faith in her ascension. Hang on. We're a man. Aren't we? Yeah. Okay, never mind. Oh, hang on. Her maybe relates to one of the gods. Anyway, discussion is necessary about her relationship. Okay, yeah, this must be a god. A newcomer to the court. Corin will be unlocked as a patron deity for every follower. And will take up sword and shield. Change deity to Corin. 5% morale advice. 5% shock damage is pretty good. Is that the one I need for this? No. 5% shock damage. I do really like the extra 2 Diplo slots. Yeah, but it's so good early. No, we're going to go with the Diplo for now. I think the Diplo plan is all right. You, excuse me. Oh, there's no back button in this game. I completely forgot who that was. Oh, well. Racial tolerance and population control decision. I don't think I have that decision. I guess it's oh, and I can't do these yet? Hang on, that one had a tick. It's not already researching invention. I assume they unlock, like, these enable some of them. Enables absolutism, religious conflicts. Not sure. Not sure how these work. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okie dokie. Marriage. So maybe that's what I need to do in order to trigger this succession crisis. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know, man? I'm going to decline. I don't know. Maybe accepting is exactly what you're meant to do. Sorry, maybe declining is exactly what I'm meant to do. Why did our opinion with you drop? Oh, it didn't. No, they were at 75. I don't know why I thought they were 90. So you are going to get a bit more loyal as we build up our army. Is Imperial Bodyguard. Wow, that actually made no difference at all. Interesting. We could boost their opinion of us, obviously. Oh, they're March? No, they're a special guy. That's right. Sworn to protect the Emperor. So what does that... They're an Imperial Bodyguard, which means they have devotion, which is currently declining. Generous gift for a one-off decline. Fortify the subject. Can build a fort. 0.2 ducats. Can get a 20% less liberty desire. Well, that's definitely worth doing just so that they help us in this war. And let's encourage people to come and attach to this. And let's try out some siege magic. Oh, hang on, there's no fort here. Right, I probably won't use siege magic then. I mean, it's a capital fort, but you know. Right, so let's just come back from... Oh, the Magisterium are not happy with us. Why? They desire my subjects' provinces. That makes sense. We're going to come back from the Magisterium temporarily. Yeah, some attrition, but that's okay. We're getting in there. Okay, they made another ally. In the meantime, darn it. Who is it? Another free city. Well, hopefully, hopefully the fact that I've made this gamble, put our emperor in charge, is going to pay off. So Sagamba will come in if we promise them land. So maybe I should promise them land and then renege on it. Renege on it, rather. How big is their army? 9,000. It would make a difference, wouldn't it? Yeah, I am joining their offensive wars right now. So we'll get some favors. Oh, right, currying favors. I forgot about currying favors. There's so many vanilla mechanics in this game that I just haven't interacted with for so long. Right, and of course, we're actually allied to Lauren. I forgot about that. Nice. Well, I don't want to full call any of their allies. Probably. Because it would increase the numbers on their side. I think we could win this war, straight up. Let's just give it a go. I don't want to break my alliance with Sagamba. It just sounds like... It just sounds too much like a Ligma. Anyway, I should call him something else. All right, make the war goal something that doesn't have a fort, like Bissan. And let's see how good these warrior guys really are. I mean, with that higher siege, bonus, yeah, our chances of busting it down on level 1 is crazy. I assume I can back out if I go into this, so let's have a look. Siege magic. I love all these. I mean, it goes without saying, all of these custom UIs are so impressive. It took me 12 hours just to like make these bars a little bit longer. Earthquakes, thunderstorms, giants, tear down the walls of fortresses requires considerable magical prowess. Spells that grant these powers are part of a group called siege magic. Make structures fall apart. Okay, so what are my chances of succeeding? That's what I don't know. If the spell succeeds, the province gets something. Okay. Dominate surrender, so there's a bunch of different ones. Well, should we try it? I assume it'll give us some... I wish there was a magical button here. I wonder how difficult that would be to add. It's currently a decision. Probably pretty hard, to be honest. Well, let's do it. Let's do an earthquake. Well, actually, that's not that good. I bet this breaks the walls, though. I don't really want to do devastation, either. Let's try Greater Fireball. See what that does. Greater Fireball. Working similarly to a success trebuchet, a powerful mage can create a ball of flame the size of a small house to fling at enemy walls and battlements. Cast it on this. 20% chance it hits. 80% chance it hits. 20% chance it doesn't. Well, we're not going to spend mill points on this right now, but let's look at the other things. 40% chance of success, and yes, you get a medium amount of infamy because of this. Cool. And elemental summoning, 70% chance because of conjuration at 4 level. Interesting. Very interesting. We should have played an elf, huh? Maybe we can find some way to like steal the magical longevity of the elves for humanity or something. I don't know. Should I finish this siege? Should I roam around trying to knock out some of their armies? Probably that one. Let's see if we can catch some of them out. I'm the Emperor, so I should have total military access. Yes, indeed, I seem to. Ah, but there is a fort here. Darn, I missed that. That's going to be annoying. Let's push this then. Are you... Oh, right, my subject. And they have a fort. Amazing. It's only farmlands, but I might be able to give them a crossing penalty. I probably don't need to, though, to be honest, do I? 4-2-3. Still just the Lilac Wars one. Yeah. Where are your river crossings to? Oh, everywhere. Nice. Okay, so we should give them a river crossing penalty, if I'm remembering my my mechanics correctly. No? Even though I was relieving a fort? Maybe I'm not understanding my mechanics correctly. So let's see just how good we are. We do have a discipline disadvantage. But in the shock phase, I think, especially with our cav-heavy army, they are going to melt. Yep, that's pretty freaking good. Nice. Stack wiped. Jesus Christ. Let their movement lock, and then we'll do it again. So yeah, in this fire phase, we don't do so hot, but look at that. More than 3-to-1 casualty ratios and some stack wipes. Beauteous. To serve man and rule over him. We've done it, Your Imperial Majesty. You've triumphed alongside our allies, and now it's time for a more Hellenic character. Okay, not quite sure what that means. Maybe the Westards are Hellenic, and these guys are Anbennarian? Anyway, our people celebrate our triumph, even as our new conquests in prestige of your rule bring us some peace. Wexlands of old and the new Wexlands of Domeria together. No, this is the beginning of a new era for the Still Wex. Okay, Sil. Oh, is that like Cimaral or something? Like the ruler is called that. Anyway, our realm within it, magicians inspired by Lothane are leading glamorous celebrations. People know that even as we have newfound enemies, a moment of triumph. People feel safe. We get -2 unrest for 5 years. That's really the event kind of oversells the importance, huh? So we are going to try and stack wipe both the remaining enemy armies if we can. Oh, they broke off our personal union. They definitely didn't, but why did that happen? Interesting. A republic. Maybe it's because they just declared a republic? Ooh, they're half-elf. Half-elf. Interesting. Well, we have a bunch of allies. I don't think I'd be able to get anyone to come help us, but it seems like a good war to do next. How long is that CB valid for? Can you see that here? No. CB allowed PO spread vampires. Eh? You see CBs in here, right? Yeah. We've got 20 years to carry that one out. Okie dokie. See if we can catch these guys. Regrettably, we have lost the Restoration of Union CB. Damn it! If we hadn't been in this war, I would have declared immediately. I guess that's part of their mission tree. That's really random. Let's catch this army out, and then we can go and siege them down. Yep, caught them. Nice. Yeah, this War Mage does make things seem real easy, but I'm worried, because the second he dies, I feel like the game is going to get a whole lot harder. Hey, Vern, you want to get out of this war? No. Ongoing battles. Ah, nuts. Subjects are losing their fleets to him. Why have you sent your 6 transport ships into combat, you dolts? It's only a level 1, which means in vanilla it only needs 2,000 people sieging it? No, 3. Okay. It's been so long since I played vanilla, man. Let's just get the war goal and stuff. Then these guys will probably peace out. Don't want to waste manpower sieging if I don't have to. Not quite. I know these guys have a unsupported penalty, but I don't think that they're going to go for the attack. Maybe they would, though. Let's send a small reinforcing army down. I really don't need sieges in my outliner. Or disabled alerts. I was messing, or merchants. I was messing with my outliner for a video a while ago. Yeah, so merchants, do we want to make a change? Don't think so. Presumably we're transferring here, yeah. Collecting 0.04 here seems... I mean, it's a choice. I think collecting at home would probably be more advantageous. Let's see. 1.12 becomes some other number. Alright, there's those 2 done. Let's go sit on this guy. See if we can piece him out early. I don't want to have to siege these places, but I will if I need to. Stopping them training guys. Oops. Went in unsupported with a costing penalty. But 2-1. I still think we win these. Ooh, it's going to be frustratingly close. We'll go and reinforce. Got him. Okay. So you also don't want out. Only -10 though. So close to a surrender. Let's just see what we can do to get a little bit more war score down in the south. Ah, they've moved up north. Interesting. You cannot stay there then. Ooh, you have a good general too. Who was that? Was that Blue Hearts? If we can piece out whoever has a really good general, he's just... That's not ideal. That's not ideal, mate. You're simply not good enough. I'm going to disinherit him, I think. if our heir dies or gets disinherited, then our chance to get a new heir is modified by minus 45 due to studying magic. Yes, but isn't it also boosted by this? Oh no, that's only if they're the ruler. A fertile consort actually doesn't help. Well, I'm still going to gamble because we just simply cannot do that. Since our religion has personal unions, all nations engaged in a royal marriage will gain a restoration of union CB. Cool. Hey mages, I need you to cast a spell. Ah, it gives them a temporary privilege. Okay, well in 10 years we can try casting a spell that way. Or, which school of magic is it? It's probably conjuration? No. Divination? No. Enchantment? No. Abjuration? No. Evocation? No. Which one was it? Illusion? Is it transmutation? It is transmutation. Okay. I should probably switch to focusing on transmutation then. We're currently studying enchantment, but we haven't actually made any progress. Can't because I'm already studying magic. Okay, so if I abandon that, I lose 50 admin, but I think we really need to get on studying transmutation so we can get a powerful heir. So let's abandon our magical studies. And then go transmutation, study magic. Ah, okay, they each cost different points. Understood. This costs the same. We'll spend money, probably. Yeah. Yeah, spend the money. Let's try and get better at this. So to do this, we need to be at least renowned, which is the next tier up. Yeah. Okay. Because we're already... Oh no, we're only proficient. It's 2 tiers up. Yikes. Well, that's a problem. Maybe we will get our mages to do it. Try and get some attached vassals to come and do this siege for us. There we go. Not quite enough of them. Turn it off on them, turn it on them, then we should be able to carry these guys over. There we go. Oh, I did completely neglect you guys. Sorry about that. Just come in quickly, stack wipe them. Magical study progresses. Good stuff. You want to peace out yet? -9. Pretty close. Still trying to avoid having to actually do the siege. Just because our manpower situation is... well, it could be better. Keep occupying these lands. Don't need attachment from that. The old ways of war. For all we who joined the Empire, the wars were largely a success. However, we also highlighted the ways in which our organization meant that warring was both a boon and a bane. The organization of our levies meant that losses were localized. Meant survivors tend towards veteran status at the core of our soldiers. This learning we are internalizing at court from this experience. Interesting. Those who are mourned, or those who have returned. Cool. Some yearly army tradition for our participation in the War of the Roses. I really like the way that this mod has integrated kind of historical events into their lore. I think it's really cool. It's very it's not pretending that that's not what they're doing, which is fine. So in some ways, I guess you could see it as unoriginal, but it's definitely not how I see it. I think it's cool. Ooh, I gotta go. Okay, well, we'll call that an episode here. Thank you so very much for watching. In the next episode, we will win this war, potentially have some kind of succession crisis situation here, get our Dwarven Bombardiers going again, and keep working on repairing relations with people after the end of the Lilac Wars, and yeah, worrying about the Green Tide. But until then, thanks so much for watching.